See, every time I speak to founders, CROs, head of sales, whoever it is that I have calls with, they tell me the same thing. They've worked with someone in the past and they have been burnt. They spoke to, let's say, had 20 to 30 to 40 calls, however many it is a month, but they were not qualified. They were not people who they were looking to speak to. And not only did that kind of waste their money, more importantly, it wasted their time. As someone in a role as a CEO, CRO, your time is very valuable. You should be focusing on the highest leverage strategic tasks possible. That's why we take away the appointment setting role in your business and ensure that you only speak to qualified decision makers. Now, the problem isn't quantity with a lot of these businesses, it's quality. And in this video, I'm just going to dive into how we ensure you only speak to qualified decision makers. So not every response is a qualified lead, and we filter through everything just to make sure that they are. Now, just to kind of bring that to life a little bit, we would only ever contact someone who's qualified as your ICP. And we do that using a tool called Clay, which is a go-to-market software that allows us to lead score every single person against the ICP that we would define together to ensure that we're only speaking to people who are qualified in the first place. And we even do a double check upon booking that call to make sure they are qualified. So let me just move myself out of the way here. The problem is most outbound generates noise. So generic outbound creates volume, but low quality, and you get meetings with the wrong people. So it could be an influencer rather than the actual decision maker, which therefore just extends your sales cycle. If you're meeting with, let's say, someone who's an IT techie head, if you're speaking to someone who is in the IT department but is not the CTO, and you're looking to implement a software for them or revolutionize the way that they deal with something software related internally, then that person is going to have a call with you, and they're going to relay that information back to the CTO, which, as someone in sales, I'm sure you already know that messaging, once it's relayed back, is like Chinese whispers. It's never the same. So therefore you need to book a second call with the CTO and the influencer, which is great if it happens, but a lot of the time that's just not going to happen. So with us, we fill your calendar, but not with these influencers, only with people who are qualified decision makers to make a decision on what you are actually selling. Now, you might say to me, Liam, but I want to have meetings with these influencers. They're the people who can get this 100, 250, 500K deal over the line for me. I need to have this champion in the sales process. We can do that, but only as per the qualification criteria you set for us. Now, what that means is, without this, you have meetings with the wrong people, you waste time on unqualified conversations, and your close rates tank because you're having 3, 4, 5 calls as a sales process, and it's with people who aren't qualified to make the decision in the first place. So you have a high meeting volume, low pipeline, low close rate. Our 4-point qualification framework is ICP match, decision maker verification, problem relevance, and engagement signal. So does this prospect meet your ideal customer? Company size, industry, role, pain points, that sort of thing. You will define that for me and our team, and then we will go over on a call and just discuss that we understand that at a deeper level from a kind of first principles understanding, so we can understand what we are trying to do with our campaign rather than just spamming outreach to a load of people. Decision maker verification. Is this person actually a decision maker? So do they have the title? Do they have the seniority? Do they have the budget authority? Problem relevance. Do they have the problem that you solve? Is the pain point match kind of there? And is there anything urgent to make them solve that pain point? Now, that's why we target the full time every 45 to 60 days, as I'm sure you've seen in another video, but it may not be now. But they could fit the ICP and the decision maker, but the problem might not be now. But we know that those sorts of people have this problem. It might be they see it today and they go, that is a bit of an issue currently. Then we get them again in 60 days and now it's urgent. They've been told by the C-suite or it's keeping them up at night. They need to solve this problem now. And then engagement single, are they genuinely interested? So their response quality, their meeting booking behavior, not just tell me more. They want to jump on the call. We give them more information and then they're actually interested and get you on that call. So you've qualified them before they're even on the call with you. And then you go through the discovery process as someone who's running that sales call to say, okay, yes, they fit the ICP. Yes, they fit the decision maker. Yes, this thing or this pain point is urgent and they want to solve it now and they're ready to go through that buying process. So how we qualify every single response. Now, an email response comes in, we review it. Does it meet the ICP criteria, which we do this before we've even sent an email, but we then do it again when it comes in just to make sure. So no, disqualified. That's if someone slips through the net. Does it show genuine interest? We don't even look at uninterested replies. Does it have the decision making authority? If not, then we disqualify. Now, if there is a gray area in this avenue, when we receive a reply, we will go back and forward and qualify that person with you. You may say, oh, I actually want to have this meeting with this person. It's for a key account in our industry and we would love to just get the conversation going internally with them that might go up the chain. It's worth a 6-12 month sales cycle in that point. We can do that, but we will always make sure with you first that it is qualified, that you do want to have that meeting rather than filling your calendar with junk. And your calendar only has qualified decision makers. So higher close rate, less wasted time, better pipeline quality, fewer meetings, but higher quality conversations. So qualified leads, qualified conversations, qualified deals, which all leads to qualified pipeline and higher close rates. Now, that's the leads that show difference. That's how we run things. And that's just how we ensure that you only speak to qualified decision makers on your calendar. Now, if you're reading through this or you're listening to it and you're thinking, Liam, that sounds like a lot of involvement from my side, it's not. We do all of that. We will just check in with you and tailor the level of involvement in that qualification process to your needs. So depending on your business model, there may be a lot of gray areas or it may be black and white. I only want to speak to the CMO of tech companies who have just raised Series A. That's easy to qualify. But if you want to speak to an influencer in a key account, we can have that conversation too. And that will be part of the onboarding process. So if you haven't already booked a call, book one down below. If you have a call coming up, I'll speak to you in a day or two and I look forward to it. Speak to you soon.